Hey everyone, and welcome back to another English 10 video. In today's video, I'm going to talk to you a bit about the reflection that you do after you watch a documentary. Now, regardless of which documentary you chose to watch, the reflection is still going to be mostly the same process still. So even if you watched Erasing David or if you watch Project Wild Thing, both of the end reflections are still the same, even if they have different viewing guides that go with those. Now, once you're done watching, you're going to want to take a look at this, and this is attached to the bottom part of your viewing guide. So you see my viewing guide is still empty. I haven't done it yet, but eventually it'll all be filled out once I'm done with that. And the reflection is just at the bottom of this document. Now, one of the reasons why we as English 10 teachers thought that David Bond was a really good way to start this inquiry process was because David Bond has a very clear inquiry process. As a matter of fact, we could take a look at his example. He comes up with his own questions, he seeks out answers, and then he explores the complexities of these problems. And in doing all of this, these are some of the things that he discovers, is that he is able to have a discussion about these topics. He's able to do further research. He's able to do some evaluations, like maybe tell us, the watcher, about some of these facts that we may not have known about. And he's able to ask more questions, and then just also general inquiry, like how does that guide you to the next step of your research process, or how does that guide you to the next part of whatever it is you're trying to solve at the time. Now, we don't need you to find your inquiry research topic like right this second. We're still going to have some more time to figure out what kind of topics you might be interested in. But it might be a good idea to start brainstorming like, what are some inquiry topics that I personally would want to do a research project about? What kind of questions about the world do I have, and why do I want to know more about that? Those might be some of the things you want to start exploring in the next coming weeks as we start the inquiry research process. So down here, we have a couple topics for you to consider. Now, these are topics that David Bond talks about in the different documentaries that are available. Now, among these topics, we just want you to choose 3 of them and put them in these boxes down here. They could be whatever 3 topics you think are like, after watching the documentary, I'm kind of curious about this. So, for example, you might be curious about screens, like using computer screens, phone screens, etc. You might be interested in parenting. Maybe you're curious about how parenting works. And mental health. Maybe that might also be another one of your interests. So really just pick any 3 of these topics and then put them in these boxes down here. Lastly, you're going to want to come up with a couple research questions, and specifically we want you to come up with at least 2 research questions that you think could either capture all 3 of these topics, or they could be just about one specific topic if you think that you can come up with questions about just one topic. Now, these are not going to be the topics that you research, and these are not going to be the questions that you research either. Really, we're just doing this so that way we could practice and get you in the habit of choosing a topic and then coming up with some research questions. Remember, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to one of your English 10 teachers. And I hope you have a great day, and thanks for watching this video.